Coach Bricks here. Hope you are well. Understanding healing. All right. Why am I so passionate about it? I don't know, because I want people to heal. I want people to feel better. Unfortunately, there's so much pushback. People think there's only one way to do it. You have to go to a doctor, and the doctor has to give you the answer. Okay. Even people that say they don't still run to that doctor. Okay. What my whole thing is, and my visions and things that I get and understanding is there's different ways. Okay. And one of the things that I've been trying to push more with my clientele to get them back is understanding that the three phases of healing for complete healness is a spiritual, the mental, and a physical. We look in the physical. Why? Because it's something we can observe, something that we can look at, something that we can see, and that's what all we deal with, right? The problem is the mental and the spiritual are probably more important than that physical. Well, I know they're more important. They're the keys to healing. You want complete healing, you have to have all three. Okay. And you say, well, I'm not a spiritual person. You have to understand that your body has that soul, that spirit is so important in how you heal. The mind is key. People talk about this, but very few people actually get into it. And that's what I've been trying to get in with my clientele. Get in to understand it. It happened today. Um, I have a client that had a stroke. Okay. Was laid up, was told they weren't going to walk, they weren't going to all do all this stuff. Well, they're back, okay, walking and doing things. Are they back to where they were pre-stroke? No. Can they get around? Can they do many things that they were told they weren't going to do? 100%. But one of the things I'm trying to get in with them now is hops. How to hops. We take it for granted, people who don't have any issues, but just hopping, moving the leg, one leg's in front, one leg's behind, and just switching. So if my right leg's in front, right leg's behind, they hop and they land with the left leg in front. She always says it feels off, it feels off, it feels off. Right? It doesn't feel right. She can do it, but just doesn't feel right. So we videoed it, and it showed it's really not off at all. Her mind was perceiving that it was off because that's what it was telling me, because that's how it was before. But she corrected it, she'd fixed it, she'd done all these things, but she still had that mind. It wasn't a physical thing, it was a mental thing. Once she saw it, boom, she did the next set, spot on. The next set after that, spot on. Nothing was off. And then she could feel it. And she felt it in different places then all of a sudden. Even though she was doing it before, now she felt it differently. And that's the power of the mind, how important it is. And a couple guys that, I've been trying to do more and more research on with the whole mind and healing and things like that, and how powerful the mind is Dr. Dispenza, okay, who broke 9 vertebrae in his back or something like that when he was out biking and things like that, and how he healed them with his mind. And then Dr. Emoto, who I've spoke about and things like that, who talked about his mind and how important the mind is in understanding your feelings and understanding how you feel. And he talks about it with water, with how if you have a positive thought, he took the water, the structured water, and then they froze it. And what came back out were these positive images. And if negative, negative. And we laugh at this stuff. And this is the stuff that I think we're not deep enough. And this is why, as human beings, why we struggle to get better, why we're chronically diseased, especially here in the United States. In other countries, I think they get it to some extent, some of these countries, but in the United States, we just struggle. We want instant gratification. We want everything to be seen. And if we don't see it, it's not real. And I had to talk to the lady today. And I said, do you believe in God? Do you believe in Jesus? She said, yes. I said, why? And she went in. I said, but you can't see him. Why do you believe? I said, the doubting Thomas thing is the whole thing. Okay. And that's in John 20. Okay. Chapter 20. Where Thomas says, well, I'm not going to believe until I see it. And what does Jesus say? Jesus says, grateful of those people are great that John or Thomas you can see, but it's even better that these people who have not seen. And he's talking about people who live today. That you don't see him in his flesh, even though he's there all the time, but you have faith and you believe. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. This brain can do so many great things. And it goes to another one of my clients who was told he's in a wheelchair and he said, oh, you'll never move your left side. Okay, he's moving his left side. Well, that part of the brain's dead. I don't know how it could work because neuroplasty, okay, which is in the brain, is rewiring it constantly, but it's a thought process. The crazy part is a thought process that I have him envision of him actually moving his leg. Is it tough? No question. He was told he would never move it. We got him up now to a point where we can support and stand him. Well, he couldn't even do that at one time, where he actually feels his legs touching the ground. These are things that are real. These are things that we can do. But you have to have belief. You have to have an understanding of that spiritual, mental, and physical aspect. And that's what people are not teaching. We don't teach that. We go to therapy and nothing's wrong with it, but they teach you, all right, how to get better, how to move your leg this, how to move that. It's deeper than that, people. I'm telling you, it is so much deeper. I did not heal my back and hip by just a physical aspect. Yes, that was important. I had to go out and research. What do I need to do? What do I need to fix? Boom, 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 boom. It was also a mental thing of seeing things, of me walking the right way again, of me getting better, me getting out of this pain. And I understand that it takes time. Okay. I wish I could say, hey, man, you think like this, you're better the next day. It might happen. Chances are probably not. But people want that instant gratification. But I'm telling you, I want people to feel better. Okay. Not just athletes. That's what everybody thinks. Oh, that's all I do. Listen, I want all people. I don't care if you're an adult. You should be calling me and saying, all right, what do I need to do? I want to help you get better. That's it. I want you to feel better. I want to give you another way that you don't have to keep popping a pill the rest of your life if you don't need to. You don't need to go through surgery if you don't need to. I spoke to a gentleman today, one of the first doctors that he went to when he had a back injury, surgery right away. Okay. That's 15 years ago. Never got surgery. Walking around fine. No problems. Why? The power of the mind and the power of the spirit. The power of God is what it is. And his love and his abundance for us can heal us. But you have to understand how to unleash that. And that's something that most people don't. And there's a lot of Christians that have no idea how to unleash this part of it. And that's the frustrating part. They don't understand it. I mean, I know guys in my profession that are Christian that don't know how to unleash it. Okay. And it's nothing against them. It's just, they just don't. It's difficult. It's hard. It was hard for me. It took me 40 some years to figure this thing out. But through this process, it's unreal of what's going on. And the people that I see that have been healed and are improving. And it's not me. I will never take credit for that. This is all enlightenment from God. Okay. This is God working through me to help people out. So if you really want to get better, then reach out. Truly, I will help you out with whatever I can. Do I have all the answers? No. Do I pray about them? Yes. Do I constantly do research? You ask anybody out there, I'm constantly looking at things. Are they controversial and not in the mainstream? 100% most of the time. But I constantly do that research to say, all right, what does this make sense? Does this make sense in this phase? Not just, I'm just going to throw my hands up and throw darts at things and maybe something will hit. No, I constantly figure out how the body connects and how it works and how we're working on it. So you really want a complete healing? You want an understanding of how the body is supposed to heal? Then reach out. Let me help you out. All right. Have yourself a blessed day. All the information, okay, to this is on my website, Performance Health. Let me help you. God bless and take care.